Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. It's an honor for me to be here. And I would like to thank, first of all, Greenport for organizing this conference, and also thank the Port of Antwerp for hosting it. This year, the European Seaports Organization is celebrating its 20th anniversary. And if we look back to 93, in 94 already, so 1 year after it was born, the first document that was released was the Environmental Code of Practice. A few years later, EcoPorts was created, and so you see that as from the very beginning, the European Seaports Organization has put environment and sustainability high on its agenda. And not without any success. If we look at some figures or some data, since 96, there are twice as many ports that have an environmental policy. In 96, only half of the ports were carrying out an environmental monitoring. Now we can say 8 on 10. And since 2004, the amount of ports that publish an annual environmental review or report has doubled. It is clear that these results are stimulating ESPO, stimulating the active ones to do it better, and stimulating the other ones to start. Distinguished guests, I'm happy that this year's program is in line with ESPO's Green Guide approach and the top priorities of our sector in the environmental field. Air quality, waste, both the port and ship waste, the relation with the local community. Look how we can diminish the environmental externalities of a port. This session, or this conference, has also a session on environmental reporting and communication. And this also reflects ESPO's commitment to increase transparency in the sector. In September last month, there was the kickoff of a European research project, Portopia, in which ESPO is very much involved and which aims at more transparency, more measurement, one-stop shop for data. This should be the ultimate aim, and also the environmental indicators and performance indicators will be a part of it. Dear participants, this conference is an interactive conference. Please contribute. Let people go home with ideas, with contacts. Let not finish this conference after 2 days, but bring the knowledge home, bring network afterwards, and share the knowledge you gathered here. It is time, also ladies and gentlemen, to bring the Green Guide a step forward. The 5 E's, and they were very well explained by Mr. Breunings from the Port of Antwerp, they should be integrated in the environmental policy statements of ports. The Green Guide, who now, and I can tell it, is also available in Italian, thanks to Assoporti, who did the translation, is a living document. There is an annex in it with all examples, all best practices. Please share your good practices, your examples. There is a template on the website of EcoPorts, on ESPO website, where you can fill in your good example. And so share this example with others. Ladies and gentlemen, dear ports, join EcoPorts. At this moment, 70 ports have adhered to EcoPorts. This is okay, but it's not enough. We can do better. It's important, and it's important for you to know that it's not only the good ones, not only the front runners that should join. Because you have to see this EcoPorts tool, and I compare it with the Start to Run. It's like a start to be green. And so with this EcoPorts tool, the self-diagnosis method, you can really measure how your port is performing in sustainability environment. But it's looking at a mirror in your own bathroom, because no one is looking with you. So if you score badly, no one will see it. And that is very important, because if you score bad, you can know you have to do something better. If you score well, you can sell it. So please, come to EcoPorts and join the system. Another tool, the Port Environmental Review System, it's a very important tool of EcoPorts. It's the only port-specific environmental management standard. So it's important to get it, but it's also important to renew it, because it expires regularly, so you should renew it regularly. Ladies and gentlemen, Let me conclude. In these 20 years of environmental engagement of ESPO ecoports, it is clear that we do not want to compete on environment. We do not want environmental rules that distort competition. We want a level playing field. We want a bottom-up approach. We want ports to share knowledge. We want frontrunners to pull others in the right direction. And allow me in that respect to refer to your host, the Port of Antwerp. They have been always active on sustainability. They are winner of different awards. Yesterday they presented again their sustainability report. And for many years at the Port of Antwerp have been very active in the Sustainable Committee of ESPO. So I think you couldn't be in a better location for this conference than in Antwerp. I thank you for your attention and wish you a fruitful conference. Thank you.